Alright, bro. So I'm going crazy. I need explanation and their benefits because this shit is tough. And don't worry, I have seen that you did not exactly succeed in the first attempt of it, It's okay. Let me show you why I'm Shiva. So, into my own personal explorations of this subject, I've realized the first time energy decreases. The second time is when you go negative. So, sometimes you feel a little weak. As long as you know I have to still my will and don't do it again, energy builds and multiplies. Yes, you're feeling a little crazy. You could say you're nutting up, right? You're nutting up, going a little crazy. You're nutting up your spine. It's going back up, so it's driving you a little bit crazy because you're not releasing the pressure or the valve. Hmm? But guess what? Either else you nut up or you shut up. Because, if you do the other way, you end up shutting up because you ain't going to sit there and say nothing. But if you don't, you're going to nut up eventually and go do the things you feel is necessary. So that's part of this. It helps you return to your state as one of the first men. Yep. Unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. There's a reason for that. This all comes back to melatonin and the hormones secreted by the pineal gland in humans. You could say it's the Christ oil, right? Melatonin has been reported to be present in human seminal fluid. So, when a boy has his night dream or give off a nocturnal emission, what we know as a wet dream to modern day terms, melatonin is escaping from your body. Also, within the woman, melatonin plays an important role into the oocyte maturation needed for fertilization and embryonic development. Okay? Normal female fertility relies on proper development of the oocyte. This growth culminates just prior to ovulation, when the oocyte maturation occurs. Oocyte maturation refers to a release of the meiotic arrest that allows oocytes to advance from prophase 1 to metaphase 2 of meiosis. Melatonin plays an important role in that process. So when a girl gets her moon blood, she's also shedding her melatonin. There's also this article that daily administration of melatonin delays rat vaginal openings and disrupts the first estrous cycles. Okay, so melatonin has an effect on when the cycle actually develops and starts in the first place. At least for rats. I'm not comparing women to rats or nothing like that. It's just the science. Okay, so there's obviously a link between up here on the pineal gland and down below and what comes out of us. When we're little kids, that option is not available. The energy has not fallen there to flow there and come out yet. Okay, we don't give that off. So we're still just people. Yes, we're male or female. We're trying to understand what that is. But ultimately, inside of ourselves, we're people. By doing the process, you're returning back to being just a person. You're shedding that adult version of yourself to return to what the energy feels like. And yes, it makes you nutty. But guess what? Little kids say the craziest, damnedest, darndest things. You're going back to where you were before. Gotta hold it, bro. The first few days, the energy's down below. It's at root. And it's more so you thinking about you wanted to do something. After a few days, you can feel like this pool go up and it's in your lower belly. And it's like, yo, I'm charged. Let's do this. The second chakra is the water chakra, and it also deals with desire. You have to curb your desires. Instead of making that desire go outwards, you have to think about it like a circle, fold it back inwards towards you, and go up to the third level. Now, you're really starting to like feel the power and all this other stuff. Now you're gone beyond like the sex and the basic drives of a normal human to what it is you want to do and flow into your power. It's that tingle that you feel in your belly that says, hey, it's time to go do the thing. That same tingle stays there but rises up to the next level within you. Then once you conquer yourself, it rises up to your heart. And now your heart, speaking from like the three lower levels, survival, like desire and power, you have to refine your heart to be a heart that is like what everyone else will speak of. Then it goes to the fifth chakra. You see in the process, it's kind of a phase thing. Then when you're up here and you're speaking, you refine yourself to not speak for yourself and what you want, but to be all about everybody else and also yourself. And you rise up to the sixth chakra.
Not everything, of course, Ross pointed out. We'll start with about 40% of the mental power because you don't have me. Your brain is like, have you ever filled an eggshell with so much egg that it cracks from the inside? No, Orthos said. No one ever has. I find that unlikely. Lyndon tried to keep them both focused. This will strain you. You'll have to wrestle directly with the remaining will of the dragon, and you may experience a moment where you aren't sure who you are. We'll help you as much as we can, but ultimately it will be up to you. Orthos braced all four of his feet on the ground.
Have you ever tried to fill an egg up with so much egg that it pops open? The Christos rising back up your spine, you move the energies back up and it gets there and it starts flowing through. And you have to go through a thing where you face your own internal beast self to conquer it. Inside of your case, right now the beast is winning because it's like, I must be satiated. You must go beyond the beast because that's the 6th chakra. The 7th chakra is you as a man. And then the 8th, that's the God level. The 8th leads to the 9th, which is Gehenna, or the gate of truth, which is Gehenna, the flower of life. So it's a whole process that you go through. Now, you can see melatonin is carbon-13, hydrogen-16, nitrogen-2, oxygen-2. When you add H2O, you pick up the 2 hydrogen and release the oxygen binding pair. It becomes carbon-13, hydrogen-18, nitrogen-2, oxygen, or 5-MeO-DMT in your system. You know how Naruto is a toad sage, right? And he makes toad oil. A multigram scale process has been developed to provide 5-MeO-DMT, a psychedelic natural product found in the parotid gland secretions of the toad, Enchycillus alvarius. Toad oil. And as you're nutting up, you got to be careful not to go to the nut house, right? As you start doing all the things and the energy starts building up inside of yourself, you start to produce gamma waves within yourself, correlated with large-scale brain network activity, meaning your brain's firing off in all the areas because all the energy is going back up there. Cognitive phenomena, such as working memory, attention, and perceptual grouping, can also be increased via meditation or neural stimulation. Ultra gamma activity has also been observed in many mood and cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, epilepsy, and schizophrenia. Elevated gamma activity has also been observed in moments preceding death. See those negative things? That's things that end you up inside some type of nut house. Also, elevated urine levels of bufotenine in patients with autistic spectrum disorders and schizophrenia has been noted. This is the byproduct of the DMT being produced in your body and you pissing it out because your body's making it. Combine this action of retention with fasting and your body will start to shed weight massively. You will start to increase your testosterone production, your stem cells, everything within you. Since your seed isn't being wasted, now it's being used to repair and regenerate the body. You have to understand, like, it's always been said that we shouldn't like go out there and just waste our seed all the time. We should hold it within ourselves. It also increases our desire. A lot of people don't have ED. They're just brain fucked from all the things they've done to themselves. And once they get off the crack and they get back to normal, they'll have a healthy sex life. Look, man, a lot of people walk in on their parents doing things, okay? The creation's kind of freaky. It's just a part of it. You have to grow up. A farmer goes out to the field and lays their seeds. They come back home. And guess what? The woman's like, well, I want seeds laid in me too. If you can't give them seeds, that causes all the problems. So you got to retain and hold your stuff in and choose the proper person to give your seeds to. You know what I mean? So that if anything happens, you're like, we just farming. We are farmers. Dun, 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 dun. If you want to help yourself, fly like a noodle dragon. Normally we think of snakes, they move like this, right? No, fly like that from the back up. Move your hips in and out. Do the tailbone wiggle and like fly. Move the vibration up your spine to pump the fluid back up. May it lead you to enlightenment? I don't know. Maybe. If you combine a bunch of things together, it's definitely a part of the process though. Like I can tell you that, it's definitely part of the process. So master yourself and master your hunger. If you feel yourself wanting to let that energy get out, pull it back in, go sit down and breathe, pull into it and make a suction force develop there, okay? That's a hint, hint, kiki. That's what I'm going to give you. Kiki.